I'm Dottie Morrison, and I'm here with Renee Maxwell to talk about the Women's Connections Bible studies that are held 3 times a year. Hi, Renee. How are you?
Fine, thanks, Dottie. Nice to see you.
Good to see you. I know you've attended some of the Bible studies in the past.
I have.
Tell me a little bit about them. Like, what do you do when you go to the church? What's the format of the morning?
They're wonderful studies. This is about the 8th year that I'm doing this. We walk into the hospitality room, and they're going to be having refreshments for us.
That's nice, and a
then
time to chat.
It's very nice. We have time just to chat and get to talk with people. And then when we get into inside there, we will be given our groups, the group that we will be working
assigned
with.
to discussion
assigned to a
groups.
discussion group.
Okay.
And then we have a brief prayer and a little description of what's going to happen for the 7 weeks. And then we have a video.
All right, and then following the video, you divide up into discussion groups, right? How does that work?
Yes, they will have us already decided which groups we're going to be in. We have it on our tag when we come in with our name, and we know which group it is. We know our number anyway.
Okay.
And so then after the video, we go off into the church, and they have about 7 different groups.
Spread out through the sanctuary.
Throughout the church
so you can
and
talk.
in the side.
And there's a leader.
And then we have a leader for each group. And then we have our discussion group discussing what we have just seen, and that's about 45 minutes.
Okay.
And sometimes a little longer, sometimes a little less. And it's a wonderful time just to meet with people. Maybe a lot of the times you don't even know all the people that are there, but it's a good time to really get together and discuss what we're having. And
so you get to know somebody the first week. Are you in the same group the next week or a different group?
we're in the same group.
Oh, so over a 7-week period, you would get to know each other quite well.
We do, and that's good.
All right, that's good. And I know there's a workbook, and so that means that there's work that you're going to read each week ahead of time?
We do. We have a video, and then we, in that section, we'll have a study part, and we also do some reading again and some writing and filling out our worksheets.
What if I don't have time for my homework?
If you don't have time, that's perfectly all right.
Oh, okay, good.
And sometimes some of us go ahead. Sometimes you have a little time you can read ahead, and that helps even just knowing a little bit before the video. So it's a little loose in that, although everybody there wants to be a part of it. So you do
probably
try
get more out of it.
You do, and you try to do it, and it's not that much. It's
so
good.
You brought your workbook today.
I did.
And this tells us the topic of the study, which is going to be Hosea. And Hosea is a book in the Old Testament of the Christian Bible. Now, the story is about a man, Hosea, who marries a woman named Gomer. And I don't know if you know the story or not. It's a rather unusual story. If you don't know the story, I'm not going to spoil it for you. There is a little clue in the Shell Point Life in January on page 40 that you can take a look at. But you're going to find this marriage to be something that's going to inspire a lot of really creative discussion. And I understand, Renee, that the author, Jennifer Rothschild, is someone who authored a study you've done before.
She did, and she's excellent. She happens to be blind, and she's been blind for several years, something like 30 years or so, so she's lived her life that way. And we did a study about 2 years ago on the missing pieces. It was excellent. So in fact, that was the reason why I wanted to make sure I got into this one too.
Okay, so you know it's going to be good.
She's excellent.
Okay, that sounds good.
We'll really enjoy it.
Okay, so Tuesday, February 7th, 9:30 to 11:30, that's the first session. But this week, you need to get over to the church office, go upstairs to the office and talk to Jan or one of the helpers. Give them your $16. It's $16 for the workbook on Hosea. And then they'll have that ordered for you. And the reason you need to sign up this week is because they have to obviously order the books and get them in time for the study to begin. And then your commitment is for 7 weeks. It goes through Tuesday, March 15th, and it's 2 hours, 9:30 to 11:30 every Tuesday. We hope that a lot of people sign up. For people that have never done it, anything else you want to say that might encourage somebody to come?
It's definitely a commitment, and 7 weeks really isn't that long, and you try to clear your calendar so that you can make it. Sometimes you can't, but that's okay. There is time, for study and time to, jot down your little notes, and those are all good things. So I think the commitment is important.
And you've benefited personally by growth in your spiritual life, and then also by the number of people that you get to know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And there aren't always people there that you've known before, and different people from outside come in too.
And I don't think we mentioned, this is not just for church members, this is for everybody in Shell Point. Anybody that wants to come is welcome to come.
That's also a good thing.
Yes.
Because you meet people that maybe you didn't know, and so many times you find people that you can share things with.
Right.
And at the end, there's also a very nice, we all go to lunch.
Okay.
So
Nice.
that's all a part of what we're going to do.
Okay, so
So
thanks for coming and talking about this.
Thank you.
We hope you'll consider signing up for the Bible study that starts February 7th and get over to the church this week and sign up.